It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 9 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at whether Maggie is actually going to kill Negan or not, and how their interaction or meetup is going to go. We do know that they're going to meet, they're going to have an intense scene together, as said by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the actor that plays Negan. So we know that they're going to have an intense scene together, either in this next episode, 904, or the one after, 905. Now the big question is, are they going to have Negan's story end with Maggie just killing him, or not? And if that happens, what's going to become of the story related to the Saviors afterwards? Now, I am a strong believer that they're going to stick with comic material in this, and they're going to have their interaction, Maggie and Negan, go the same way as the interaction of Maggie and Negan went in the comics. Of course, in the comics, things happened way in the future. These two characters did have an interaction after Glenn died, but it happened way in the future. In terms of the story arc we are in right now, it's going to be like 2 story arcs ahead of where we are right now. So it's definitely a possibility that they're going to have that happen earlier and remix it in a way. And of course, since we do know Maggie is going to leave the story somehow and have an open-ended story, because we know Lauren Cohan is not going to be in the rest of the season, so they could have brought that story from the comics earlier so that they could have it, knowing that Maggie's not going to be on the show for perhaps a long time. So it's possible that they're going to have that happen earlier. And if they do that, it's also very likely that they're going to have that scene end the same way as it did in the comics. They're going to have them have the same outcome. Of course, the dialogue could be different and they could remix things along the way, but overall, I don't think we'll see Maggie killing Negan in this episode. For one, we know Rick is going to leave the story somehow, Maggie as well, and I think it'll be a bad decision to take Negan out of the story right now. Not saying that they shouldn't do it, but just not right now. Aside from the fact that he has a couple interesting and very important scenes coming up that's related to the new arc that we're getting into, A New Beginning and the new threat for the Whisperers. But aside from that, like I said, when Maggie and Rick are leaving, you don't want to be taking away this other character. As much as he might not be a central character at this point, I don't think it's a good idea to take him out of the story. My opinions are that their interaction is going to go the same way as it did in the comics, and they're not going to change that. Now, is it going to happen in 904 or 905? That's tough to say, but I think that they're gonna tease it at the end of this episode, 904. And it's going to end with a cliffhanger where we have Maggie opening the cell or going down in the basement and looking at Negan face to face. And we might even have a line from Negan that's very badass, very epic and insane. But I don't think we'll see their full interaction until the episode after, until 905. And like I said before, we know they're going to have an intense scene, as said by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan. But I don't think that intense scene is going to happen until 905. I think they're going to tease it in 904 or at the end of 904 and then dive into it in 905. Now, the other question that's interesting is whether this has anything to do with Maggie going away and leaving the story somehow. And I don't think that's the case. I think Maggie's disappearance or her leaving the story is more connected to Rick's final episodes. The thing with Negan could be connected to that somehow as well, but I think the stronger connection for Maggie's disappearance is with Rick leaving or dying, however they want to end Rick's story. But that's basically my opinions. I want to know everyone's opinions about this. What do you think will happen between Negan and Maggie? Do you think Maggie's gonna kill Negan or not? Now, I also have another video coming up right after this that relates to Rick and looking at whether he's going to get this comic character death, if he is in fact going to die. Now that one has a lot of comic spoilers, so if you want to know about that or if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads. Like and follow the Facebook page of this channel to join our community. And check out the upload schedule to learn more about daily uploads.